Okay, testing, 1, 2, 3. Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me now? Is it working? I'm not sure if it is or not. You could just let me know in that little tech section. Can you hear me now? Is it working? Okay, good. Very good. Okay. Well, thank you, Chibi. All right. So obviously this is like my first time, but we got it set up and it's worked out and that is great. So I'm excited. This is the first time that I've done anything like this before, and I wanted to make sure that it sounded good so that you guys could dig it and it wasn't too much of a bother. But I wanted to thank everybody that's been like subscribing to me and like following what I do. And so like this live stream was an idea just to kind of get everybody familiar with who I am, just because like I put out a lot of music, but I don't necessarily like talk about who I am, and I'm trying to be a little bit more, I guess, forthright with that kind of information, just because it's not only important to know the art, but to know the artist, apparently. So I'm trying to get better at that. So a little bit about me, if you don't know me already, is my name is Ronnie Blanchet. I'm a singer, songwriter, artist, and producer. I also teach music as well. Yeah, I've been doing this for quite a while now. I'd say like since, as early as I can remember, singing in church when I was like a little kid. And from that point, I ended up getting into like playing in school bands, like on the saxophone. And then eventually I started to like play guitar, get into that and then join bands. I grew up around the local LA kind of scene. And so it was like really cool. Hello, Rahand, not Lau. I wonder who Lau is. What's up, dude? I assume. But yeah, I started playing in bands around LA. Eventually got in my own band, and like we played a bunch of shows, wrote our own songs, did all that kind of stuff. Eventually, as things do, that ended, and so it was like, well, now I'm on my own, and so like, what is there to do? Actually, for a long time, I just kind of played music to myself, still wrote songs. It's kind of an affliction for songwriters. You just kind of have to write, you know? And so eventually I started to really, really get into that. And I started noticing there was like a lot of songs that I had accrued, and I arranged them into an album. And so that album is called I Sinner. That's a work in progress, but I'll get into that a little bit more and give you some context to understand what I mean by that. And if you're just joining, hello, I'm super excited. The number 13 is really cool, and so I'm stoked to have 13 viewers. That's way sick. That you would stop here to listen to me. It is a cool microphone, though, so I could understand how that would help, even if you just wanted to see the microphone. But anyway, yeah, so I grew up in like a very like conservative Christian home. And so like as a young kid, like all I knew was like contemporary Christian rock music or like whatever that is. And it wasn't until like I was a teenager where like my dad was like, "Hey, check this stuff out." And he showed me Deep Purple's Highway Star and Aerosmith's Train Kept a Rollin'. And those two songs like blew my mind, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to figure out this, like more of this kind of stuff. And so eventually I started getting into like more rock, more, I guess you could say thrash metal, all that kind of stuff. And I really dug it, was playing a lot of guitar, wanted to be like the best kind of guitar player I could be. Never had any type of inclination to like write songs or sing or whatever. It was like, dude, I just want to play guitar. So I did that for like a long time, just t- taking as much music in that I possibly could, so that I could, hear all the things that I'd been missing. And it wasn't until like I started meeting other people that were like me, that were into music, that I started like playing music along with them and just jamming. And when it came to the point of like starting a band, it was like, okay, well, who's gonna sing? And so I was like, well, I'll do it. I've been singing in church. It wasn't really like a thing to me. So like I took on that role. And ever since, like I just kept doing it, kept doing it. And with that, I was also, because like grown up in like a very conservative Christian household, um, and no shade to that conservative Christian household. I love my family, of course. It's just what we knew. Um, I figured that what I was doing was playing like the devil's music, right? So I figured like I was doing something bad. Because like in the contemporary Christian world, like what as like Christian music is it has to sound like Hillsong, Jesus Culture, or whatever the bands were at that time. Um, and no shade to those bands as well. Like those bands are super, super cool. Oh my goodness, what's up, Yolanda? Oh, how did you guys know? What's up, Day? Goodness, my family's in the chat. This is exciting. Um, yeah. So what was I talking about? That was very, very cool. Um, yeah. So I was like thinking, okay, well, I'm clearly not playing that kind of music, right? I'm clearly not doing like contemporary worship music, so I must be doing something sinful. And so you have to understand, I don't agree with that now, but at the time I was like, I'm doing something wrong, right? So I'd grown up with this idea in my head. I'm not doing worship music. I'm like playing rock and roll, learning about swing, learning about jazz, falling in love with Billie Holiday. There she is, right there, um, next to Nana. um, now, where was I? In regard to that, so like I'm getting into this music, playing shows, meeting other musicians, and as soon as we started as a band, getting a little bit better at the time, my first band's name was Naked Blonde. And I know that that might kind of ruffle some feathers, apparently. I didn't mean it in like the literal sense of like naked dudes or blonde chicks, which other people thought, and that's okay because they're just thinking rationally and normally. I was thinking in a postmodern way, so that is not rational or normal at all. Anyway, so I was in that, and I was doing, all sorts of music at that time, and like really getting better along with the musicians that were in my band with that kind of music. It got to a point where I was like, oh man, like there's some songs that I actually want to sing, but like I can't sing these songs. And it was because of this dude named Jackie Wilson, which if you haven't heard Jackie Wilson's music, you need to. And his record is like somewhere over here as well. But yeah, I wanted to sing his stuff, and his stuff is so hard to sing. So I started to study how to sing, how to actually like do this thing. And by the grace of God, I started getting better. Now, in this study of like trying to, oh, what's up, bro? Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, it's so nice to see. Oh, and Bella's here. Oh my goodness. Wow. I could feel the love from you all. Like that makes me really, really happy. Ah, that's right. So what was I saying? Yeah. So I wanted to get better at this stuff, and so like started like actually learning how to sing, scouring the internet. Um, Orale, like wise way. Oh my goodness. Um, and so, man, totally getting off task. I love the fact that my family's here. You guys are so awesome. God bless you guys for real. Um, yeah, I was thinking, okay, well, like I'm gonna study this dude because he knows how to sing really, really good. And so, I was like, listening to him, learning how to sing, scouring the internet, looking for other people that knew how to sing. And eventually, I actually started like getting into like who that artist was, like who Jackie Wilson was. And he had an interview, which is really, really cool. And that interview was actually talking about another singer, and his name is Sam Cooke. Now, Sam Cooke, what he said about Sam Cooke is that Sam Cooke was like one of his favorite singers because he had grace from God. And I was like, what? Like, who is this Sam Cooke dude? And so I decided to like look into him, and then I found the Soul Stirrers. Now, keeping in mind this whole idea of like, you know, rock and roll music is from the devil, that lie. And, you know, like contemporary Christian music is like from God, like those, that dichotomy, that distinction of the two. What I started to do, hold on, I will answer why the chicken crossed the road in a second. But because of those distinctions of the two, I was still finding that tension. So when I found Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers, like that's like a gospel group, and like the stuff that they're doing is like, it sounds like rhythm and blues, it sounds like rock and roll, it sounds like jazz, because all that stuff came from there. So I started to become like super confident, like, you know, like rock and roll is actually like God's music. If you read your Bible, it's like it says that through him, for him, through him, and to him were all things made. We're talking about God, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and, like the one true living God. Like that God made everything. So it's not just rock and roll music, but it's just all music in general. So all of it is available to us. And it's not like contemporary Christian music, not saying that that stuff is wrong, that stuff is great, but that's not the only kind of music. And, you know, rock and roll is not actually the devil's music or whatever, you know, that's just a lie. Is like that kind of music is actually our music. It's everybody's music. As the like the saying goes, is like the devil doesn't get all the good music. Or they say that the devil, why does the devil get all the good music? I would say because we gave it to him. It's not actually his at all. So like tying back into the story, I'm like having these ideas of like, okay, cool, so I'm not like sinning, I'm not being bad, right? And then like I also love all this stuff, and I'm seeing that it's coming from the church, so like let me do something with it. And that just did not work. That was a failure. And the reason why it was a failure is because like people believed that stuff like I did. Like they believe that all this stuff is like evil. And you can like rock and roll music, blues music, or whatever, like it, because it doesn't sound Christian or whatever. They believe those ideas, they were passed down and passed down and passed down, instead of, you know, just cracking open your Bible and saying like, no, this stuff is actually all of God. And there's like ways that, you know, I can qualify it. There's ways you can understand that in regard to narrative and story, but I don't want to get stuck in the weeds because I really have sins in the area of time with that. So I started to like make that music. People heard it in the church and they were like, yo, this doesn't sound Christian. And I was like, okay, so that's what you're saying. And then people that weren't in the church, they were like, yeah, this is way too Christian. So I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? Like, if people don't understand that. So I think that the Lord impressed upon me to like educate the church instead of like arguing, which I would tend to do quite a bit. And that's not fun, you know, unless it's like going somewhere. But at the same time, I figured instead of like arguing, why don't I just like do an album of all the music that I found because of Jackie Wilson, because of Sam Cooke, because of the Carter family, because of the Soul Stirrers, show them like, hey, like all like the pop music we know, like if it wasn't for the church, like we wouldn't actually have it. I know that's a bold claim, you know, but I would say you take the church, you take gospel choirs out of it, and you try to have pop music. You can't. It's an amazing thing how God blessed us with popular culture. And I would like to talk more about this, so you can see like vestiges of this with like doo-wop music, and how like doo-wop music sounds like basically like church music, gospel music. But anyway, I'm digressing. With the story, I figured, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, what's up, Daniel? Oh goodness, it's so good to hear from you guys. And I'm almost done with my spiel. I want to see like how everybody's doing and like where you guys are coming from. And yeah, this is exciting. Um, yes, true that, very much so. Um, eventually, I was like, okay. Um, in educating like the church to know like their heritage and like how all this stuff is available to them, it's like a pretty big deal, but they need to learn that through something. And so that musical example that I was talking about would be like a way. And so that's what I'm actually working on right now. It's an album called Work Songs. That's basically a collection of um, work songs, hymns, spirituals, folk songs, all that kind of stuff that really show like, hey, like these are the sounds of like people that were inspired by the church, influenced by the church. And it sounds really good. It sounds like blues, sounds like jazz, sounds like folk, sounds like rock and roll. And so those things ought to be permissible, and you shouldn't feel sinful for listening to those things. Um, now that's obvious to me, but for a lot of people it isn't. And I also want to be really kind with that, because there are really awful ideas that we all kind of grab onto, and we just believe them instead of questioning those things and kind of looking back and being like, oh, what did people think beforehand? But anyway, so that's what I'm doing is this album. I have one song out so far. Maybe I can leave that in the description of this video. It's by Sam Cooke and the Soul Stirrers. It's called Just Another Day. And I did my cover version of that. You can find it on Spotify or streaming. You can also go to my website, ronnieblanchet.rewardmusic.com. That's ronnieblanchet.rewardmusic.com. You can find it there. I tried to like get the idea of like being on the train tracks, working on the train tracks, and how that would sound. The whole album, I really want it to be like music that gets you like going, and like basically giving you a soundtrack to work in God's garden. Like that's the goal with this whole album. And so if you could be praying for that, that would be super awesome. Because yeah, I really want and I love doing this work. And yeah, so that's a little bit about me. And like why I'm doing this. Like why do I continue working on music when it's something that a lot of people would say is like kind of dead or whatever. Like it's just not, you know, humans are too imperfect, and it would be better to just listen to AI, right? Some people really, really like it, and I think that it's cute and it's fun, but at the same time, it's like, what about the humans that are actually making art and the imperfections, all that? But anyway, that again is a little bit about me, who I am, what I'm about, just so that you know. And I want to thank every single subscriber that has like come and joined, what I'm doing, and basically is like supporting me. Just know that you can support me through like here on YouTube, all the other social media kind of links that I have available, on Instagram, on TikTok, on I don't really mess with Facebook, but even on my website, it's I will leave all of those links in the description if you want to follow me and you want to support what I'm doing. And also you can sign up for my free newsletter. I'm trying to be very consistent with that, just so like people that do care and that want to like support what I'm doing, they know what I'm doing. And so I try to make that fun and like I'm talking to you through the website. And for people that you want to go like the extra mile, I'm starting to, well, after today, we'll see what's up. But I want to start like making exclusive content for people to be able to like, hang out, sing, do all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah. Oh, what's up, Angela? Awesome. So, Enough about me though. So about you guys, where are you guys coming from? I know a lot of my family is here, so that's exciting to me. And I see, yes, okay. Are you tripping because I didn't answer why the chicken crossed the road? Because God told him to. Like, oh my goodness. What was that? You were woken up from your nap. I thought you were at school. What are you doing? Oh, that's right, Angie. San Pedro. That's right. Why did the chicken cross the road then, bro? Oh, you're sick, Bella? I'm sorry. That sucks. Or my bad. Well, I hope that you feel better. A part of me wants to believe that you were sick just so that you could like sit on this live stream because that's like super exciting, but that's probably not it. And Chibi, you're from Japan? Oh. I don't even know what time it would be at this time. Which that's God bless you for being on here. But very cool. Does anybody have like any questions for me in particular? Just because like I'm super new to this, and yeah, yes. Hello, Chibi from Japan. Yeah, if anybody has any questions or okay, I got a really good question here. Feminine lime. Awesome. I hope I didn't mess that up. So, if you're a begin, the question is, if you're a beginner singer, how do you recommend to start? There's a lot of ways that I could answer this. I think the best way is to just start doing it, right? You know, because a lot of what's happening as a singer is you have to fight your mind. Is it a lot of it because like singing is an internal instrument? You have to fight and visualize a lot internally. And a lot of that has to do with self-doubt. A lot of that has to do with like, oh, well, I don't sound like this person. I don't like my voice or whatever. If you just get in the habit of starting to do it and you start building that muscle memory, then it becomes a thing you do. Once it's a thing you do, then you start improving it. And you know, also, your name has like gone a little bit too far, but oh, what's up, Tara? But in like continuing this, if you do have questions specifically, I also do coach, and so you can find all of my stuff. You can contact me through my website so that I could help you and actually like give you like a video call or something just to like go in more detail. If you visit ronnieblanchet.rewardmusic.com. And I can help you very specifically because I also know that there are like different things, there are different reasons, and it's very like person to person. Some people, they just need the encouragement. Some people, they need specific guidance, you know. So I want to, you know, help you very specifically with that. But I hope that helps. And just, you know what? Just do it. That's the biggest thing. Just keep doing it. If people are like, you're lame, don't do it, that's a reason to do it. You know what I'm saying? Is like, and do it with joy, not just because you don't like dig them or whatever. But yes, I hope that that answers your question. So many comments are coming by. I love this. Okay. Oh, very cool. How do you find your range? There are many ways, and I think that you should actually like have like a coaching session, like for real. Like I can help you do that. You do need to be able to understand at least like if you're a man or if you're a woman, where your voice kind of sits, like what you've got naturally. And then if you get like even something simple like a piano app, you can kind of match those pitches. But again, this is something that's very, very specific. So like I would like to like talk to you specifically like after, just so that I don't give you like bad advice because that can also happen. You know what I mean? And you know, going back to what I was saying with what Chibi was saying from Japan, is just do it, right? And then like range and all this kind of stuff, don't worry about it right now. Just getting in the practice of it, at least what I could give you before I speak to you like person to person or like in like a video call, or even through email if you're too shy for that. That would be the biggest thing, and then improvement. You know what I mean? So yes. Does anybody else have any questions? Who was hungry? Oh, why did the chicken cross the road? Duh. Okay. Oh, when's the next mukbang? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask Chibi from Japan because I think that she would know. That is a good question, Tara. Why is God so good? I think that there's so many ways that you can answer that question, but like off the cuff, I would say because by definition he's good. You know, like he can't not be good because that is his essence. And if it wasn't for, or one of his attributes, if we didn't know how good God was, then, or if we didn't know how good God was, we wouldn't know how sinful we are. If we actually think that we are good, it's because we have neglected how good God is. So that, I hope that that's like an okay, like, yeah, period. Like by definition, God is good. Like, because and he's the standard. If we are looking for ultimate standards, if there's anything else to judge God by that, then that standard is actually bigger than God is. And so we ought not do that. Is we should like obviously start with him as ultimate, and we can, when we're discussing ultimates, we can like verify these things. But when it comes to ultimate standards, as ultimate standards, ultimately they are resisting verification because by very nature they're ultimate. It's kind of like this, if this stuff is a little bit too heady. If you think about like, okay, how do you know that somebody is thinking clearly? Is then you'd be like, okay, well, are they arguing rationally? Why is rationality rational? Why do I have to be rational? You know, like who says? So I would be assuming rationality in that case. You know, in order to be rational, I would need to assume rationality as the ultimate standard. And so if I go like, okay, how do I know God is good? If I reason it, then I'm reasoning from something that is more foundational than God, instead of starting with him from the start, where in the scriptures it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Right? So if that is the case, since it is the case that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, fools despise wisdom and instruction. If you don't start with the assumption of God, there's no way of fearing him. And all of us are made in his image, and so therefore, like we do know him. We either suppress him in unrighteousness or we don't. But hopefully that was good. I know that I could talk a lot about this stuff, Tara, so I do appreciate the hands. But yes, hopefully that was satisfactory to Davis. Because I don't feel like it was. But that's the best I can do, at least right now. Ooh, Yolanda, that's a good question. Do I remember the first song that I ever made? You know what? This is, well, I don't know if you would consider this a song, but when I was growing up with my older brother, is I remember that he had this keyboard that my grandpa gave us, and we like had this keyboard with us. And I just remember playing these like notes, like and like I was like, yes, you know, like it was very, very. I was like, combustion, 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 right? It was like very, very simple, and it was like fun. But I remember that was probably the first song I ever like melody that I came up with, but like first song that I ever wrote was probably Well, I'm gonna leave it with that. Yeah, because I know that I could go way too far with that kind of stuff. But yeah, thank you for the question, Yolanda. That was super cool. Anna, Anna Maria. I'm just gonna screw that. I'm gonna say Anna Maria. Thank you. That was very sweet of you. Amen. I hope it was one of the points that I made previously. And what's up, Dad? It's good to hear from you. God bless you as well. Oh, and if there's any wisdom, because I'm not a I guess a super wise guy. But you know, God is good, and if we start with His, I guess, if we start with God in our thinking, then we can actually appear wise, even though I'm not. So, but yeah, thank you for that. Does anybody have any more questions? And then while I wait, or if there's not any more questions, potentially, because like this is singing. Oh, love you, Tara. That's all right. Thank you so much, Tara. God bless you for real, and the family. I wanted to open this up to like some karaoke. Like one of my favorite things. Yes. One of my favorite things. Okay, cool. Before, and then we'll go into this next thing, which I'll talk about in a second. So, what's your question, Denny? I have a feeling it's another one. Is it another chicken question? Oh, what's up, Kiara? It's good to see your comment. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I do need to send you that beat. Um, I think that I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so we do need to work on that. Also, I said this for people that are joining a little bit later or what have you is yeah, is I'm also a producer, so I do produce music as well. I've been kind of busy lately, but you know, like I have done production, and I'm basically producing myself, producing other people that are artists. I love working with artists. You know, it's just such a great gift from God that I get to, and I know the things that you need as an artist in regard to like recording, all that kind of stuff. So if you are an artist and you actually need help with production, just hit me up. I will leave all of the contact information in the description, just because I didn't do that beforehand, so my bad. But yeah, is definitely need to get you that beat once you figure out what the name of it was. The chicken beat, bro. Oh my goodness. Too funny. Um Maybe we can work on that. What would that be if we just sampled chickens? We could probably come up with some stuff. That would be a lot of fun, potentially. And then yeah, to show it, that would be cool. Okay. So any more questions? Okay, send him the beat. Yes. You want orange chicken for real? Okay. um yeah, that sounds like it would be good. I want to like you know, do this kind of stuff a little bit more regularly. And I was thinking like what could be really cool, and what I've wanted to do for a while is like take requests, live requests to like sing stuff. And so yeah, if anybody has like a request and I know the song. Oh, oh, thank you, sis. Love you. Proud of you guys too. Yeah, if very, very special individual, I would have not even thought about doing this. And so it's really fun to do. I didn't know like what to exactly talk about, but this has been a lot of fun. Ooh, okay. So somebody said in the comments to sing some Amy Winehouse. So I'm down. Is there a song that you would like me to sing by Amy Winehouse? Maybe I shouldn't ask that. I should just like take the freedom and just pick whatever song that I want to sing by Amy Winehouse. That probably would have been smarter. But here we go. Yeah, see, I don't know that one, so I totally let you down. Here's a good one. Let's go. And let me know if you guys can hear the audio, because was figuring this out earlier, and because this nerdy stuff isn't the easiest to do, it's very important to, you know, at least get it done and also see what's going on. So I'm just gonna sing, and then you guys let me know in the comments if it actually is working. So here we go. And because it's kind of a cop-out, but because this is a really, really good song, and my sister was super into Amy Winehouse, I'd love to sing this song. And just tell me if it's loud enough. Go again. All right, cool. Can you guys hear the music? Yes? All right, cool. Dang it! It keeps starting super fast. Here we go. They try to make me go to rehab, but I said no, no, no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, you'll no, no, no. I ain't got the time, and if my daddy thinks I'm fine, he's trying to make me go to rehab, but I won't go, go, go. I'd rather be at home with Ray. I ain't got 70 days, 'cause there's nothing you can teach me that I can't learn from Mr. Hathaway. It's true. I didn't get a lot in class, but I know it don't come in a shot glass. They try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go, go, go. Yes, I've been back, but when I come back, you'll no, no, no. I ain't got the time, but if my daddy thinks I'm fine, they try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go, go, go. The man said, why you think you here? I said, I got no idea. I'm gonna lose my baby. So I always keep a bottle near. He said, I just think you're depressed. This me, yeah, baby, and the rest. And try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go, go, go. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, you'll no, no, no. I don't ever wanna drink again. I just need a friend. Oh, I'm not gonna spend 10 weeks. Have everyone think I'm on the mend. And it's just just not my pride. It's just till these tears have dried. They try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go, 'cause I said no. Yes, I've been black, but when I come back, you'll know, no. I ain't got the time, and if my daddy thinks I'm fine, he try to make me go to rehab, but I won't go. Yeah, man, that's super hard to sing a song that you're like, you don't know the words to, or you thought you did, but then you're like trying to also not look at the screen. Yeah, maybe I could do that another time too. Oh, how did the audio sound, y'all? In answering what you were saying, Yolanda, because that would be a lot of fun. But I didn't set that stuff up. It sounds good? Okay, cool. Does anybody else have a request? Because this is fun. I wish I knew rehab a little bit better. I guess I was a little bit too presumptuous in thinking that I knew it a lot better than I did. Yeah, I mean, singing and playing regular guitar, like, oh man, I haven't done that in like a long time. There are songs that I'm like working. I can play regular guitar right now. It's just like you might not hear it. That's the only kind of problem. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Ooh, I like that. Who said Sade? Ooh. Yeah, let's do some Sade. Yeah, you know what, Yolanda? That's a really good idea. And so next time definitely like have it prepared just so that I could be like, yo, boom, and then just go for it. But yeah, this is fun. Yeah, if you guys are having fun, like let me know because, this is fun for me. Sade. Yeah, this one goes out to my older brother. This one's a smooth operator. Hopefully this one sounds good too. Can I hear it? And I don't know the words that well to this song either, but we're gonna go for it. Oh, thank you, Chibi from Japan. Oh, this is like doing like the version that's like got the video and like the talking in the music video. He's loved in 7 languages. Diamond lights. Oh, that's not. Yeah, this is still part of it, my bad. Diamond nights and ruby lights high in the sky, heaven help him when he falls. Oh, that's sad. Diamond light, lover boy. He moves in space with minimum waste and maximum joy. City lights, business nights that you require streetcar design for higher heights. No place for beginners or sensitive hearts. When sentiment is left to chance. No place to be ending, but somewhere to start. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator.
is kawaii. Yeah. Face to face, each classic case. We shadow box and double cross, yet need the chase. A license to love, insurance to hold. Now all your memories change into gold. His eyes are like angels, his heart is cold. No need to ask, she's a smooth operator. A smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Mail. Across the north and south to Gallagher, love for sale. Yeah, you gotta sing it with me. Smooth operator, a smooth operator, a smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth operator, a smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth operator, smooth. Yeah, man. I didn't know those words either, dang. So many songs I need to learn. Let me see the comments. Danny said, orale. Yeah. I hope that sounded... How is the audio, guys? You said that it was good on the other one. I'm hoping that it's good on this stuff as well. Okay, I do have a compressor on. Oh, you're so sweet, Yolanda. Let's see. It's good still? Good. Thank you, Chibi from Japan. One of my songs. Do I have any tracks for one of my songs? Like going back to like one of my first songs that I ever wrote, there were like different musicians that I grew up with. And I remember this one musician that I was like playing with for like a long time, and he was like kind of a mentor to me. He had like made some kind of comment, and in like a matter of fact way, I was like, you know what? It might be cool to actually write a song about that. And so the song is called Are You Ready? And it usually has guitar with it, but I mean, I could sing like a little bit of it, if not like as much as I can remember of the song, Yolanda. So yeah. And then if anybody else has any other songs that they want to recommend, as you can feel free to like put that in the comment section. Gross. So the song is called Are You Ready? Are you ready for the show? Are you listening to how the song goes? Is it really to know we can do this right. We've spent hours of time rehearsing, painted pictures of our music type. Is it really hard to know? We'll get through this tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for the show? Yeah, that's a little bit of it. Oh. Yeah, sorry if that was a little bit out. Yeah, my voice, I could feel like it was just not exactly there, but thank you for listening, and thank you for that question. Okay, very cool. Let's see. Voss Drekit 9, what's up? You said hi. Oh, cool. Thank you, sis. Ooh, somebody said sing Panic. That makes me happy. And then I think that's actually the last request for today, and then I'm going to close it out. But everybody, thank you so much for being here. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up. And you know, I know that there are certain people that have really made this happen, and so I want to say thank you for all of those individuals that helped. One in particular, you know who you are. And yeah, this has been really, really cool. And aim to like come up with kind of like a schedule when I'll do these like live streams, because they are really fun. Didn't know how this was gonna be. And yes, Chibi from Japan could definitely not miss it. And it was like super cool because she helped a lot in regard to this. So with that, if you don't already, definitely follow me on social media. Like when it comes to Instagram, that's at Ronnie Blanchet 21. On TikTok, I think that it's at Ronnie Blanchet. And then on YouTube here at Ronnie Blanchet. Like if you're here, then maybe you do, but just in case you didn't subscribe, is definitely do subscribe. My goal is to get to at least 1,000, and then who knows, we'll do something really cool once that happens, Lord willing. And then if you want to go the extra mile, is you can actually sign up for my free newsletter on my website, just so you know what I'm doing, and like, you know, what I'm basically up to, what I'm working on, all that kind of stuff, if you're interested. And then if you want to go even further so that you can get exclusive content, so that you can have live hangouts with me, and that is the plan, you can become a fan on my website, and I'll put all of these links in like the description for later. But yeah, it's basically like name your price. So like $2 or whatever you've got a month, and you can do that as well. If you can, don't feel obligated at all to do that. But if you wanted to have that, that is something that you could do. Also for people that like sing, or like other people that play instruments or want to, I do give private lessons. So I will also put those links in the description. I also have like free stuff on my page, so then, you know, I can put those links as well, just so that all those things are for you guys. And yeah, you know what, Bella, I will mukbang. If we get 1,000 subscribers, I will do that. If that is what helps me hit it, then I'll do it. And that would be a lot of fun, mukbang and singing. That would be really cool. Let's see. But yes, those are all the places that you can go to support me, and help me out. Yeah, that would be super, super great. Again, I'll leave all of those links. It's been a pleasure to be here with all of you, and for real. Yeah. We're going to have to do a mukbang with cookies. I am super distracted. Let's do this. But yeah, it's been a pleasure with all of you guys. God bless you, and Lord willing, I will see you again very, very soon. Right now, I'm gonna do some Panic at the request of Chibi from Japan. Now I just need to figure out which song to sing. Yeah, I know which one I want to sing. What's it called? The Only Difference. I think this is the right one. We'll see. This might be it. Yeah, I think this one will work. All right, cool. This one's called The Only Difference. I love this song so much.
Sit tight, I'm gonna need you to keep time. Come on, just snap, snap, snap your fingers for me. Good, good, now we're making some progress. Come on, just tap, tap, tap your toes to the beat. And I believe this may call for proper introduction. And well, don't you see, I'm the narrator and this is just a prologue. I'll swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. Oh, we're still so young, desperate for attention. I aim to be your brides, trophy boys, trophy wives. Oh, swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. Oh, we're still so young, desperate for attention. I aim to be your brides, trophy boys, trophy wives. Applause, applause. No, wait, wait. Dear studio audience, I've got an announcement to make. It seems the artists these days are not who you think, so we'll pick back up on that on another page. And I believe this may call for proper introduction. And well, don't you see, I'm the narrator and this is just a prologue. Swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. Oh, we're still so young, desperate for attention. I aim to be your wives, trophy boys, trophy wives. Oh, swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. Oh, we're still so young, desperate for attention. I aim to be your wives, trophy boys, trophy wives.
Man, you guys don't know how much I love this stuff.
Good one, Chibi from Japan. Swear to shake it up. You swear to listen. Swear to shake it up. You swear to listen. Swear to shake it up. You swear to listen. Swear to shake it up. Swear to shake it up. Swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. Oh, we're still so young, desperate for attention. I aim to be your wives, trophy boys, trophy wives. Oh, swear to shake it up if you swear to listen. Oh, we're still so young, desperate for attention. I aim to be your eyes. La da 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 da. La da 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 la da 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 la da 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 da.
Oh, very cool. Thank you guys again. That was so much fun. God bless each and every one of you. Aim to do this again. Probably do like once a month. And then I'm thinking for like...
Yeah, I know. I love that song too.
Oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. For real. Love you guys. Like all the family that like came by to say what's up. thank you guys so much for being so supportive. And, you know, like if there was an audience here, I would ask them to clap, because if it wasn't for you guys, it's like I probably wouldn't be doing this. So thank you for the encouragement. And obviously, like, thank God, because yeah, like God is the best. And like Tara was asking earlier, because God is good by definition. And with that, I'll let you go. God bless each and every one of you. And Lord willing, I'll see you again next month on a Friday. So we'll see. Peace on the streets. Later.